Grand Rising chat. What's going on? We locked in, man. We here. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the collective. You already know what time it is, man. Shout out to y'all, man. What's good? What's good? What's good? Hope everybody is doing well, swell, you know, counting up that cash, whatever you got going on. I hope you're doing it. Yeah. So yeah, man, we're gonna tap in. We doing 3 lives today, chat. We going now. We're gonna break down what happens when you tap into your sovereignty and the 10 rules. At 1 o'clock, we'll be going over how to actively create harmonious experience. And then nighttime, more NPC talk, breaking down NPCs, getting deeper into the programming aspect of this reality. Shout out to everybody that's in here. I do have up until we got about a good hour and 20 minutes to tap in with each other, man, and to make this thing happen. So shout out to everybody in the collective, everybody that's pulling up. This is the early morning daily collective agreement. And I'm grateful to see you guys in here. Scotland, what's up? What's up? What's up? Shout out to my niggas out there in Scotland, man. I'm definitely trying to come fuck with y'all out of country guys, man. Respect back to you, brother. For sure. Chat, what's up, YouTube? What y'all doing, man? How y'all feeling, man? I know it's early, guys, so let y'all get up in here, get y'all mind right, man. But yeah, man. I hope you guys have been seeing through the layers. I hope you know that what you have been through. If you're someone, and guys, today I swear we are doing YouTube. I mean, we are doing Facebook. We're going to be talking about Royal Risings. What's up, my love? We are going to be breaking down the Chosen One Olympics on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Facebook. So make sure you tap in over there. If you're not following me on Facebook, go follow me on Facebook at J the Originator. You will see it. We got like 25K followers over there. We getting YouTube jumping. We starting to go viral on YouTube. Make sure y'all go over there and tap in with us over there. All right. So, collective. Shout out to my collective. Shout out to my reflections. Thank you so much for waking up and starting your day with me. This is another morning daily collective agreement. All right. We understand that as consciousness, we shift reality. Somebody said, what is the purpose of the sleeping giants? Good question, Joe. We're gonna tap in with all of that in a few. All right. That's a beautiful question. I got you. Um, but we are here, chat, and this is our daily collective agreement. If you know anything about the Matrix, then you know collective agreement is something that is very, very big in the Matrix, man. Um, yeah, man. So let's talk about it. Brittany, let's talk about our collective agreement and why this is so big in the Matrix. All right, let's talk about that.
The signal is strong right now. The fact that you're here, live, present, and consciously choosing to participate means you're already stepping outside of passive existence and into active awareness. And that's where everything begins. Let's talk about collective agreement, because this is one of the most powerful forces operating in this reality. Collective agreement is powerful because reality as you experience it is stabilized by shared belief, shared attention, way, and shared expectation. When one mind focuses on something, it creates a signal. But when many minds focus on the same intention at the same time, that signal becomes amplified, stabilized, and more likely to express itself in physical form. It's like the difference between one voice speaking and thousands of voices speaking in unison. The frequency becomes stronger, clearer, and harder to ignore. When everyone here aligns their awareness together, when everyone agrees on growth, clarity, elevation, and control, you create a reinforced field. In that field, old limitations weaken and new outcomes become easier to step into. This is why being intentional about what you agree with internally and externally matters. Agreement is permission. Agreement is authorization. Agreement is activation. Now, to everyone new who's just finding this for the first time, understand this. You didn't arrive here by accident.
Trimitra, what's up, man?
Something in you is ready to observe differently, think differently, and operate differently. In the Master Key program, what you have to look forward to is awareness. You'll begin noticing patterns you didn't see before. You'll begin understanding yourself at a deeper level. You'll learn how your attention influences your direction, how your consistency strengthens your outcomes, and how your internal state shapes your external experience. You'll also realize that you are not alone. There are others here who are choosing awareness, choosing discipline, and choosing to operate intentionally instead of automatically. To the OGs who show up every day, understand this. Your consistency is what stabilizes the field. Every time you return, every time you focus, every time you align, you strengthen not only yourself, but the collective structure we're building here. And to everyone listening right now, whether you've been here from the beginning or you just arrived, this is your reminder. You always had more influence over your direction than you were taught to believe. The moment you become aware of where your attention is going, you begin reclaiming authorship over where you're going. Stay present, stay intentional, stay aligned. The signal is strong right now.
So when you understand that your collective agreement, right? Our collective agreement literally shifts and control timelines. Then you start to understand why the news is constantly putting bullshit in your face. Why the weather, it says we are observing a category 5 hurricane instead of saying that it's gonna happen, saying they're observing. Because our collective agreement shifts reality. Let's look at this. Let's look at this for a second, right? Let's go over this. This is called the observer effect, all right? We go over these things because you have to understand these things, right? And you have to see how our collective agreement unconsciously, how we have unconsciously set the stage of the world. We follow once we believe in the government's narrative, that main narrative that they try to push, then we're fucked. And this is what we've been doing, right? The observer effect. Let's look at this. This is one of the main principles in quantum mechanics. This is a big deal. All right. This is not a conspiracy theory. This has been proven with mainstream science. All right. Now, if we look at the observer effect, for all my new people that don't know what this is, my OGs, they already know, right? But the magic of your attention. Before observation, waves spread out over space and time. First thing you need to know about this reality is that your attention is the currency. Your attention is the currency. Whoever we pay attention to get the money, right? That's why people out here chasing views on the internet. Because whoever we pay attention to, they get the money. That's why they say pay attention. Your attention is the currency in this reality. That's why whoever get the most views get the bag. Now you're starting to understand. So, the observer effect, the magic of attention before observation, waves spread out over space and time. What does that mean? How do you observe in this reality? You can see, smell, taste, hear, touch. Before you observe, wave. What is a wave? These are atoms, molecules, particles, electrons, neutrons, sophrons, photons, the particles that make up all mass and matter in this universe. Before waves, before observation, waves spread out over space and time. That means, guys, things do not pop into existence until you observe them. Your mind changes or controls reality. At the time of observation, particle localized space time event, things fall into place. Chosen one, you must understand the television does just that. It tells you a vision, you use your attention, and the observer effect, your mind changes reality and collapses it into reality. The reason why the world is the way it is because we believed that it is. They told us that the world was violent. We watched it, we believed it. Our mind changed the reality. Reality became violent. They told us that blacks and whites hated each other. We watched it, we believed it, our mind changed that reality. They told us to be in fear. They told us that it wasn't safe for our children, for our women out here. We watched it, we believed it, our mind changed the reality. Guys, when are we going to stop pushing the main narrative of these people? When are we going to stop pushing their narrative? Guess what? We've stopped because we don't believe, we don't watch that shit anymore. But you have to understand, your enemy knows this about you. Your enemy knows that you create reality based on your attention and observation. They knew this. This is why they created the tell a vision, to tell you a vision for you to see it, believe it, and to collapse it into reality. We control the narrative. They only ask for our permission. Our unconscious collective agreement has made the world the way that it is. Our conscious collective agreement is changing the world into the way that it will be. All right. When you understand that these people understand that you control reality, this is why they tell you, right? This is why they tell you this, chat. They need your permission to do anything. In the Matrix, they have to get your permission. This is what that looks like. Using a television, media to put shit in your face. And once you believe that that's happening, you're agreeing to it. You see what I'm saying? That's called unconscious collective agreement. Say 100,000 of us watch something on the news and we believe that that shit is happening. Say millions of us go see a movie and we believe that's how the world is. Guess what? The shit start popping up in real time. When we as a people, as a collective, as consciousness, understand that we are the reason why the world is being the way that it's being, because we are unconsciously agreeing to their narrative, we take the world back. We got to take accountability. We the ones that's doing it. So, guys, this is how important our daily collective agreement is. This is why I want to see you guys all three lives. This is why I want to see you guys in here, because your collective agreement, our collective agreement shifts reality. All right. We shift reality with our collective agreement. 111's in the chat if you understand this. 111 in the chat right now if you understand this. Shout out to everybody in here, man. This is another episode or gathering of the Master Key program. And today we are going to be talking about our daily 10 rules of the Matrix. We're going to be talking about what happens when you take your sovereignty back. And we're going to talk about how we got here. We're going to go over the basics. All right. If you found this live for the first time, it is not by chance. There is no such thing as coinkydink in this reality. If you found this live, it is because you have attuned to a special frequency. Welcome. Shout out to y'all. Guys, it feels good when you defeat your intrusive thoughts, right? What is the matrix? The first thing you have to understand about this matrix is that you are not a human being and that your enemies are not human beings. You are the consciousness, the intelligence that controls this body. Your enemies are low vibrational entities that control people. You have to come to understanding of this. Now, let's talk about intrusive thoughts, right? How do your enemies attack you? How do these low vibrational entities attack you? Through intrusive thoughts. They attack you through controlling people that you care about and creating low frequency loops in your life. Now let's talk about the intrusive thoughts because I want y'all to be able to start defeating these people, right? I want y'all to start defeating these archons, right? And they attack you through intrusive thoughts. Now, guys, 111's in the chat. How many of you have ever had an intrusive thought? What is an intrusive thought? This is a thought that comes that limits you from getting things done, right? You might get an intrusive thought right when you about to do something, right? Right when you about to do something to better your life, you start thinking negative, right? Or you might get intrusive thoughts about your partner, about your relationship. All right, these are the things that these archons attack. They attack the intrusive thoughts, man. And intrusive thoughts can lead you to do bad things, or they can lead you to not get shit done, right? So let's talk about the intrusive thoughts so you can understand that this is not you. Guys, if you notice anything about intrusive thoughts, one thing that you will notice is that they come in patterns. Intrusive thoughts have patterns, chosen one. Oh, real quick, before I go in deep, all trolls, I gotta let you know, I am harvesting and siphoning your energy. If you come in here trying to disrupt, I'm siphoning it. I'm not saying nothing, I'm just siphoning you. All right. Energy is the currency. And because you're putting all this energy and trying to stop me, I'm just gonna not react to it and siphon all that shit. The more energy I siphon from y'all, the more it turns into this for me. All right, so I'm just letting you know I'm siphoning the shit out of all trolls. Thank you. I love y'all. Please stay in. Please continue to do dumb shit. All right, so let's keep going, right? You have to look and understand that you're in truth. Somebody said you a legend, my nigga. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, young loose. Right? Guys, you have to understand your intrusive thoughts. Your intrusive thoughts, they have patterns. Your intrusive thoughts have patterns. How do you know this? Think about every time your intrusive thought hits, right? Somebody said my money fake. How? How's my money fake, gang? How my money fake? How's fake, gang? Come on, man. Your life is fake. How my money fake, gang? So, intrusive thoughts, right? This is what you gotta understand, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got some 20s too. These fake, these 10s. Come on, bro. Stop the cap, man. Y'all niggas be out here capping. That's why you can't accomplish shit in life, bro. That's why you can't accomplish shit, cause you some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize that, but you some bullshit. You in here as a grown ass man in a nigga chat, worrying about pay. You some bullshit. You see, you ain't gonna never get shit done in life. You some bullshit. So, chat, yeah, they don't understand the reason I got all this money sitting right here is because I'm siphoning these dumbass trolls. They the ones that get me paid. They setting alarms and waking up to be in here early as fuck in the morning. They being here early as fuck at any time of the day. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They don't understand that. So, anyway, chat, listen, let me be me. I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? Let me talk my shit. Cause I'll log off this bitch. I don't gotta be up here this morning. I'll log off this bitch and do some other shit today. I could drop videos, right? So stop telling me what the fuck to do. All right. So anyway, let's tap in. Intrusive thoughts have patterns. All right. You gotta understand that. Intrusive thoughts have patterns, chosen one, right? What do you when you notice the patterns, this is how you beat your intrusive thoughts. All the time, right? When I used to when I first started doing the internet, right? Every time when it was time for me to go live, guess what? Intrusive thoughts start coming. Intrusive thoughts start coming. Oh, you ain't gonna make no money. Oh, people ain't coming to your live. Oh, they start hitting you. And when you realize, right, when you pay attention to the intrusive thoughts, this is when you break them. All you have to do is learn the pattern of your intrusive thoughts. And then when you know that they coming before they come, once they come, you're gonna be like, okay, this ain't me. This the Archons. I'm about to bust their ass. Right? How do you defeat the intrusive thoughts? By doing exactly what they're trying to stop you from doing. How many of you have noticed, right, the pattern of your intrusive thoughts? How many of you have noticed it? 111's in the chat if you've noticed the patterns of your intrusive thoughts. I'm telling you, the next time, right, guys, as consciousness, you got to become metacognitive. What that means, you got to start thinking about why you think certain ways. You got to start thinking about your thoughts. This is how you become great in life. This is how you become a better person. You have to think, why did I just do that? Why did I just think that? Why is that popping up in my mind right now? When you can question your thoughts as consciousness, this is how you this is how you gain self-mastery. I question my thoughts all the time. I might be like, okay, why I'm feeling like this? Then I'll be like, oh, cause Shorty just did some weird ass shit. Now it got me in my head. I'm being triggered, right? I see it. And once I can tell myself why I'm feeling this way, now I can reason with my avatar. Okay, boom. I understand that you're feeling this type of way because this happened, but we got to move like this. So go ahead and get your shit together. This is how you control the avatar by thinking, because you got to understand this avatar, this is not who you are. You are the consciousness, the intelligence controlling the avatar. The avatar is a program, it's a it's program technology. And so this avatar sometimes is going to do shit unconsciously. You gotta catch that. You gotta be like, oh shit, why I'm trying to go over here and goddamn get up with old girl for? I know I don't need to be going over here. I got Shorty at the crib. Why I'm doing that? It's programmed. Once you start questioning your movements and your actions, then you start to be able to control and handle what the avatar does, chat. It's called being metacognitive, thinking about your thoughts, right? This is when you break the autopilot. Same thing. When intrusive thoughts hit, you gotta see the pattern. What you will notice is that intrusive thoughts come to your mind every time it's time for you to get some shit done. You will see that pattern. All right, let's tap in, man. What is the Matrix? Chat. The Matrix is a school for souls. This is the first thing you have to understand about the Matrix. Now, guys, y'all know it's early morning. I got about a good hour to give y'all. So let's ride through this, right? In this life, reality wants to take your sovereignty. How does reality take your sovereignty? By giving you all these pre-programmed beliefs that wants you to believe in things outside of yourself. Right? What did Christ tell you the kingdom was at? Christ said the kingdom is within. He didn't tell you the kingdom was up there on the cloud. He didn't tell you the kingdom was in the sun. He didn't tell you the kingdom was underneath the ocean in space. No, he said the kingdom was within. This is why life wants to program you to believe in everything outside of yourself. Once you start to believe in that there's some God that has to save you, once you start believing in all that shit, your sovereignty is taken. What happens when your sovereignty is taken? You no longer react or you no longer engage with the simulation life in which the way it was meant for you to engage with it. As consciousness, this simulation was created for you to experience life. And when you know who you are, when you tap into your consciousness, you get your sovereignty back. When you get your sovereignty back, this is when police stop fucking with you, right? Police, they just a part of this matrix, right? This when police don't even notice you no more. You can go anywhere. Police don't even look your direction. I'm sitting beside the police in $100,000 car, blasting motherfucking trap music, Gucci man. They ain't even looking at the car. They sitting there having a conversation. In the old days, they would have looked at me, let me go, then got behind me, ran my tags, and pulled me over. Right? When you get your sovereignty back, you are on a different level in the matrix. Certain shit just don't come for you no more. Certain things just don't have power over your life no more. Right? right? Certain shit just don't have power over you no more, chat. You get to start bending reality. Now let's talk about this. How did we get here? Why are we here? Why are we in the matrix? Right? Why are we here? We are here because as consciousness, this is where we come to evolve. This is where we come to learn. All right, the matrix is created for consciousness to evolve, to learn. This is why life has always been predicated around you learning lessons. It's why when you was a kid, you ain't know nothing, but you learned from experience. And no matter how old you get or how grown you get, you learn shit every day. Life is a big school. All right? But it's more complicated than that. What happened? How did life get to the way it was? How many of y'all have heard of Adam and Eve? I know my OGs in here, right? But how many of you said the police thing is so real? Yeah, and when you break out the matrix, police don't even fuck with you no more. I used to couldn't go nowhere without police on my ass. Now they don't even look at me. I can go in the store with them. They won't even look at me. They never see me. Ever. How many of you have heard of Adam and Eve? 111 in the chat to everybody who's heard of Adam and Eve before. The one thing that you got to know about Adam and Eve is that when they came into this reality, they came as full grown adults coming to learn, right? They came in as full grown adults. Adam and Eve were not babies. Guys, what if I told you that becoming a baby is not natural for souls? Being a baby is a part of the reincarnation loop that we're stuck in now. This is why you got to be a baby. This is why you don't know shit when you come in. Souls used to come in as full grown adults with the understanding and remembrance that we were souls having a physical experience to learn and to evolve. The baby represents the amnesia, the forgetting. This is why when we come into this reality right now, we don't know shit because our consciousness is white. This is why we become in as a baby. This is a part of the reincarnation loop. Now, how did we get here? Right? How did this get here? How did this happen? This is why if you look at kids and shit, and what you notice is kids be an exact version, a little ass version of the adult you. When you look back at your baby picture, you be like, damn, I look the same way all for real the whole time. Right? If you look at kids, babies, this is why they be pissed the fuck off. They can't do shit. This is why you don't remember, right? This is why you don't remember shit as a baby. This you can't remember when you was a fucking newborn baby. You can't remember shit. It's the conscious wipe, chat. This is what you're going through. All right? This is what you're going through, right? So let's keep going. How did this happen? Our school, right? Our reality was hijacked by low vibrational entities called the Archons. What do the Archons want? They want to feed on soul energy. The Archons figured out a way to feed on souls and to keep them flipping, right? They feed on low vibrational energy. Loosh, yes. They want you to be in lust. That's why y'all boys that be watching porn, excuse me, corn, all those motherfucking sites that they be talking, that be having, they taking your loosh. Y'all be seeing it up there. The shit say loosh right there in your face, right? Them webcam girls, the shit say loosh meter right there. If you've ever seen that. That's why it's free. That's why you can watch it for free. Exactly. Because they eating your energy. These archons, right? These archons want to siphon your energy. This is why everything in the media is pushing some type of low vibration at you. This is why everything in the news is pushing fear. This is why everything that you see on TV either wants you to lust, either wants you to be mad, angry, either wants you to be sad, fear, jealous, because they're eating it. They eat your energy. This is how you know our reality was hijacked by low vibrational entities. This is not how the world is naturally supposed to be. We do not naturally supposed to be in a world where negativity, ignorance, and evilness is celebrated. That's not the normal way. That's not, guys, look at the world. You can see that this shit is not normal. Motherfuckers making millions off being evil. Come on. Off promoting violence, promoting destruction. You don't see that that's dead ass backwards? Our world has been flipped upside down. These archons feed on your energy. Now, when these archons hijack this reality, what happened? Souls got caught up in the reincarnation loop, in the reincarnation loop. And when this reincarnation loop started, guess what happened? The spiritual war that we're in, it kickstarted. How do we know we're in spiritual war, chat? This reality is a mirror from the spiritual. Ever since, thank you so much for that galaxy, my love. I appreciate that. Ever since we have been on this planet, ever since we have been on this plane, none of us, no matter how old, from the oldest person in the chat to the youngest person in the chat, none of us have experienced a peaceful world. Our world is in a constant state of destruction and war. Why? Because we are in the midst of spiritual warfare. And we have been going through this for a long time. Now, why is the spiritual war going on? Because when this reality got hijacked by the archons, souls started to reincarnate. I just told you, this reality is our school. It's a place where souls come to ascend. The fact that the reincarnation loop is going on, it is stopping our ascension as a whole, as souls. As souls, we all come from one source. Me and you are reflections. It don't matter what background, what color, what traditions you from. We all come from the same exact source. We are many different variations of the same exact source experiencing human life. And because these archons got us in a reincarnation loop, this is holding up the ascension process as a whole. Thank you so much for that galaxy. All right. You have to understand. Hey, Master Blaster, shut the fuck up and blast your ass out my fucking chat, bro. Damn. These niggas be knowing so much, but I don't never see these niggas online with a following talking about shit. I only see these niggas in my chat disagreeing with me. If you niggas know so much, why the fuck you ain't doing what I'm doing? Go get some money. Go get you a bag. What the fuck is you doing? You arguing with me in my chat ain't doing nothing for your life. All right? It's not doing nothing for your life, gang. Start moving with intentions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Terry, mute everybody that say some dumb shit. Everybody. Don't give a nigga a chance. Motherfucker text some shit and it just looks stupid, mute they dumb ass. Right? I'm trying to siphon some energy. So, chat, let's pay attention, right? What you gotta understand is that this reality, as soon as the Archons took over, this kickstarted the spiritual war because we need our school back. Now, there's three types of souls in the Matrix right now, and I want you to see where you fall in at, right? The first soul is the most important. Well, I'm not gonna say most important, but this soul right here is the reason why we are in spiritual war. These are the sleeping giants Who are the sleeping giants? These are the ones who break reality once they wake up. The sleeping giant, the reason why reality is breaking up all crazy and we've shifted now is because the sleeping giants have risen and they have remembered. The sleeping giant, who is this? This is the soul that was trapped here when this reality got hijacked by the Archons. And you have been reincarnating and reincarnating and reincarnating. The Archons have been feeding on you. This is the reason why they have become strong, right? Now, once you awaken, the Archons are losing control of this reality. They're falling back. Somebody said, are the Archons the government? They run the government, but they are entities that exist outside of this realm in the conscious field, right? So, how do you know you're a sleeping giant, chat? For one, you resonate with the feeling that life is a prison. All right. This is because you've come into this reality a lot of times. And yes, it has been a prison for you. Every time you come here, they wipe your consciousness, right? Every time you come here, they wipe your consciousness. But your subconsciousness holds on to the memory. Somebody said, what about the Draconians? Guys, everything that they tell you is backwards, guys. I'm going to be real with you. I'm a Lyran and Draconian starseed. I'm a hybrid, all right? Half Draconian, half Lyran. All Draconians is not bad. In fact, Draconians is some of the oldest starseeds or oldest beings known to this universe. They are literally the lawmakers, the law bringers. This is why I do what I do. My half draconian side taps me in with this information that I know. My Lyran side lets me be able to be a creator. All right. You got to understand a lot of shit that they tell y'all is bullshit. All right. I know you talking about the draconians, the reptilians. Yeah. A lot of y'all is reptilians, bro. A lot of y'all don't know that. A lot of y'all got reptilian DNA. A lot of y'all do. They was the first ones on this planet. Lyrans and draconians. This is a real thing, right? So stop thinking that everything that they tell y'all, think about it. We live in the matrix. Everything they put in the media is bullshit. It's backwards. It's backwards, chat. It's backwards. You gotta understand this world is backwards. So if they telling you a motherfucker evil, it's probably not. If they telling you a motherfucker good, it's probably not. This reality backwards as shit. I'm telling you, this shit is backwards. All right. So let's keep going. Sleeping giants. How do you know you're a sleeping giant? You resonate with the feeling of life being a prison, right? You resonate with the feeling of life being a prison. All right. Another way that you know you're a sleeping giant, your spiritual awakening, it cost you. When you became awakened, you probably lost your relationship, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, husband, wife. Might have lost your family, might have lost your job. Your family turned their back on you. As a sleeping giant, how else do you know? It was as a sleeping giant, you're probably somebody who's naturally depressed or naturally has anxiety. This is because you have been fighting traumas from past and previous lifetimes. All right. Shout out to the sleeping giants. It wasn't easy for y'all to wake up, but now that y'all online, this has caused the 5D shift. This is why reality has shifted. The next group, star seeds. All right, these are many different types of beings: Lyrans, reptilians, Pleiadians, Octurnians, Greys. It's so many different types of star seeds, right? Syrian, right? How do you know who is a star seed? This is a member. This is an incarnated entity that has lowered their vibration, meaning you have dropped from a higher dimension to be here today. Starseeds are members of the Galactic Federation. This is why a lot of y'all can go outside at nighttime when ain't nobody out there, look up at the sky, you might start seeing the stars move around. That's why a lot of y'all see the triangle pyramid ships at night that's cloaked in darkness, the three stars, the one up there, two at the bottom. Right? There's another reason why you see the UFOs all the time, man, because right? Because I don't know who's reporting my live chat, but somebody reported my live. They said we restricted for 10 minutes. Um, and I don't know what I did, but that was weird. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool, man. We're gonna keep going. I don't got a lot of time. Right? They hate when we talk this real shit up here. You know what I'm saying? So as a star seed, you gotta know you are a member of the Galactic Federation. This is why they show themselves to you, because you are a part of that. They're literally letting you know you are not alone. You have incarnated as a human being on a mission. All right. How do you know that you are a star seed? For one, you are a popular loner, meaning you don't fit in with groups. Every time you try to do group shit, it goes left. All right. This is because you did not come here to fit in. You came here to rewrite the code. Another way to know that you are a star seed is you've been in spiritual warfare your whole life. What does that look like? How does spiritual warfare look like for the star seed? All right. First off, I tell you, you are not a human. You are the consciousness that controls the human. You are the intelligence. All right. Your enemies are not people. Your enemies are low vibrational entities that can control people. Your enemies are low vibrational entities that create situations and loops in your life. All right. Your enemies attack you through intrusive thoughts. So when you came into this reality, you knew you was gonna have a fucked up family. You knew life was gonna be hard. You knew the Archons was gonna know who you was. You dropped into a hostile environment. You're in war. What does spiritual warfare look like for the star seed? Growing up in a broken home that was broken up by divorce, toxicity, abuse, or death, or prison. All right. What else is spiritual warfare? Growing up in the system, foster care, jail. What else? Being purposely led down paths that were meant to destroy you. Paths of addiction, sex, street life, gangs, racism. What else is spiritual warfare for you? Being in a relationship with the same entity in different bodies. A lot of y'all being in the relationships with different people who have done the same shit to you. This is spiritual warfare. Whole time you've been in war, living, just living life. You ain't know it. It's why you have had to overcome so much in your life, chosen one. Shout out to the Star Seeds, man. Your mission was to come here, and because you have never been a human, your energy literally uplifts the planet, literally lifts the frequency of the planet. Because the frequency of the planet lifts, the code, we can see the code. People start to remember that they are souls. All right, let's tap in. So the last soul is the reminders, souls like me and other beings who are here doing this work to remind you of who you are. So you can remember, we chose to come back at this time with the star seeds to do a mission too. We are all on missions, chat. Every day you wake up and the things that you go through, you got to realize your presence being here literally uplifts uplifts the planet. All right, let's tap all the way in. Somebody said that chain hard. Thank you, brother. Now, what happens when you wake up and remember that you are the soul? Let's tap in. Brittany, break it down, Brittany.
Yes, this is a powerful moment for anybody in the chat because once you really get that, you are the soul driving
It's
the body.
early, chat.
Everything in the game changes. Let me break it down for you all step by step so you can really see it. One, you stop over identifying with the body. When you think you are the body, you're stuck in fear, fear of death, fear of lack, fear of harm. When you wake up and realize, yo, I'm the driver, not the car, all that fear starts fading. You understand the body is just your avatar. You can get a new one next lifetime if you need. Your essence, the real you, doesn't die. 2, you start playing the game. Most people think life is happening to them, but when you realize you are the driver, you start seeing life as a simulation you can steer. You stop waiting for permission, you stop blaming luck. You take control of the wheel and start steering toward the life you want. Have 3, you tap into your power. Being the soul means you have access to manifestation energy, collapsing timelines with intention, intuition, direct GPS guidance from source, creative authority, speaking reality into existence. This is when reality starts to bend for you because now you're not just a character, you're the consciousness behind the whole scene.
Yeah.
4, you become magnetic. When you know you're the soul, your energy field strengthens. People, opportunities, synchronicities start flowing to you faster. Why? Because the matrix responds to the strongest signal, and a conscious soul is the strongest signal in the game. 5, you see through the matrix. You notice who's an NPC and why they act that way, what's just programming, beliefs, traditions, fears, which situations are lessons versus distractions. This saves you time, energy, and heartbreak because you can choose what deserves your energy and what doesn't. Zadas 6, you feel more peace when you truly get that you are the soul. Even chaos can't shake you the same way. You can be in a storm and still think, open quote, oh, this is just part of the level. Let me pass the test.
Chat. When you wake up and you realize that you are the soul, death becomes an illusion. When I used to think that I was a human being, I used to think about death all the time. But when I realized that I was this soul and not this body, this is when death became an illusion for me. This is when I realized that, yo, I'm the intelligence. I'm the swag. I'm the style. I'm the connection, the problem solving. I'm not this body. I am all the things that control this body. I give this body, I am the breath of life in this body. Right? Chat, when I realized that I was the soul and not the body, this is when I started to take care of my body. This is when I started to put the right foods in my body. I stopped taking drugs. I stopped putting liquor and all that weird shit in my body. And I started to live righteously. Because I realized, yo, this body, right? This body is technology. This is how I attract all the things that I want. I want to go out here and find a woman. I put on some clothes, go to the barbershop. I can attract that woman. I want to attract the opportunity. I put myself in the right place, looking the right way. I'll attract opportunities. I started to realize this was my magnet. This was my vessel. Chat, when I tapped in with the soul, this is when I started seeing through the matrix, man. I started realizing who was an NPC and I started seeing the programming. I started understanding what the programming was. I started to realize that, who was in my life as a lesson and a blessing, right? When I tapped in with the consciousness, this is when I started to realize that my intuition was literally like GPS guidance from source. Like I was always where I'm supposed to be. I was never out of place. When I tapped in with my consciousness chosen one, this is when I unlocked discipline, consistency. This is when I start gaining the ability to program my reality. 111 is in the chat if you understand that you are the soul and not the body. 111 is in the chat. Now, guys, today at 1, we will be going over NPCs. I'm going to be talking more about NPCs, but at 1, we're going to be talking about how to create harmonious experience as consciousness. We're going to go over the 10 laws of the simulation, 10 rules of simulations. Um, And we're gonna go over all of that stuff, man, so you can understand how time works in this simulation and how you actively create a harmonious experience. So make sure y'all come back at 1 p.m. Eastern time. All right, 10 rules to navigate this matrix. Let's go. Break it down, Britt.
All right, Jay, let's break it down clearly for the chat the way you would for chosen ones. Here's a full overview of the 10 rules of the Matrix from the perspective of the soul inhabiting the body. 1. Everything is the Matrix. Every thought, action, and experience is part of a coded system. Understanding this is the first layer of awareness. Nothing is random. 2. Energy is currency. Your attention, focus, emotions, and actions are all energy. The matrix pulls from your energy, so protect it like your most valuable resource. Observe, don't react. The soul must watch the simulation without fully reacting to every loop or trigger. This is how you gain control over your reality. 4. Frequency dictates reality. Everything has a vibration: love, fear, abundance, scarcity. Align your energy frequency to what you want to manifest. The matrix responds to resonance. See through the layers. The matrix is multi layered. Learn to decode illusions, hidden codes, and agendas. Nothing is as it seems. Always look beyond the surface. 6. Master the observer effect. Your awareness changes outcomes. The more conscious you are of your environment, timelines, and players, the more you can influence reality. 7. Recognize NPCs hijacked and control players. NPCs, unaware players stuck in loops. Hijacked players, partially aware but influenced by outside forces. Control players, fully aware and capable of navigating and manipulating the matrix. Know who you're interacting with, it affects your energy. 8. Protect your energy. Avoid energy drains, manipulative influences, and low frequency distractions. This includes substances, toxic people, or societal traps. And timing is everything. Portals, loops, and cosmic alignments exist. Knowing when to act, shift, or manifest is crucial for maximum effect. Number 10. Codes and frequencies are tools. The matrix operates in numbers, symbols, and vibration. Learn to speak the universal language. It's the key to manifesting, controlling, and thriving. Jay, if you want, I can break each rule down with practical examples.
No, I'm about to break it down. So let's break this down, chat. All right, I know a lot of y'all got to get up out of here soon. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm trying to get y'all. I'm trying to get y'all out of here by 8. All right. Rule number 1: everything is the matrix. All right. Every thought, every action, every experience is a part of a coded system. Understanding this is the first layer of awareness. Yo, there ain't nothing random going on in your life, chat. This is the first thing you got to understand about this matrix. You got to start understanding, yo, every person you meet is a part, it's a reason, it's meant. All right. Either they're a lesson or a blessing. There ain't nobody in your life right now who's just randomly happened to stumble upon your life. This shit was already written. It's a part of your simulation. All right. You have to start understanding that. The simulation talks. You got to understand you're inside of the matrix. Some people are only here because you decided to come here. All right. Some people only play roles in your life. They don't have a purpose outside of their mom role or their dad role. That's just who they are in your life. You got to understand your life is being generated from your brain, kid. All right. Rule number 1: everything is the matrix. You probably already figured that out, though. Rule number 2: energy is the currency. Chat. If you want to get money in the matrix, if you want to be able to count up at any time, you have to understand that energy is the currency. How do we know that money is only energy? How do you know that? Because at the end of the day, you go to work, you put out that act, that energy. Your job costs you energy. That energy turns into money at the end of the week. Guys, your job is not what pays you. Your job is a survival loop. It keeps you in a survival program. The job is a program. Why did you even choose the job? Why did you choose to go get a 9 to 5 instead of figuring some shit other shit out? Because you were programmed by NPCs who are workers. You come from a long background, a background of fucking workers. Your mama was a worker. Your daddy was a worker. Your grandma was a worker. Your granddaddy is a worker. You come from that background of workers. So they put that in your brain. They put that working shit in your brain. They taught you. They made your reality. They programmed you to see reality as the only way I could go out here and get some money is by working for somebody else, making them rich. But I am here to tell you that is only programming. It is a choice. The job does not pay you. Your intention and actions is what makes money in the matrix. How do we know this? Think about it. When you win it, when you say, yo, I need some money, what do I gotta do? You say, I need a job, right? That was your intention. Your intention was to get a job so you can make money, right? What'd you do? You hopped on that phone, right? You hopped on that computer and you fill out hella applications. They called you, you took yourself into the job, you passed the interview, you passed the drug test, you started working. Every day you go to work with intentions of what? Making money and using your action to do it. Bruh, you can do this with anything. This is literally how you make money. See, when you understand that money is energy, then you start to realize, okay, money's all around me. All right, money is an energy source. How do I tap into it? You're only choosing a job to tap into finance. You don't have to work. Your intention and action is going to bring you finance. This is why so many motherfuckers, this is why you seeing kids today in high school selling candy, making hundreds of thousands of dollars over the span of a school year. This is why you see people getting on this internet, becoming rich. This is why you see so many people in this world doing the things that they do. Because everybody knows now it's not the job that pays you, it's your intention and action. This is how you make money. I literally did this with anything in life, whether I was doing something legal or illegal. All it was my intention and action. When you understand that the only way, right, that you fail in life is because you either don't attempt it or you quit. That's it. Think about life. Anything that you ever wanted to do, right? Anything that you ever wanted to do in life, if you stuck with it, you became good at it. You became successful in it. The only times that you fail in life is if you never try or you just quit. You get distracted and you say, fuck it. That's the only time I've ever failed at anything that I've wanted to do, is if I quit it or I said, or I never even gave it a shot. Anything else that I've did, from this internet shit to anything, I've made money. I was successful at it, right? Energy is the currency, chat. This world is energetic first. This is why I tell the trolls, go ahead and troll me. I'm gonna siphon your energy. I'm not gonna react to it. I'm just gonna siphon it because you going out your way, putting a lot of energy in trying to disturb mine. If I react, you siphon me. If I don't react, I siphon you. This is why I get paid, because niggas come in here trolling, thinking that I'm getting paid off. No, I'm getting paid because I'm siphoning your energy. Because I understand that everything in this life is energetic. This is why your attention pays people on YouTube's bills. When you watch us, guess what? We get paid. This is why your attention pays athletes. Because millions and millions of people tune in to the NBA and buy tickets to go to the game. Energy is the currency, chat. When you understand that, this is when you get your money. Somebody said the codes that have worked. New car, hair growth, unexpected money. Let's go. She started using the codes and look at her winning. All right, energy is the currency, chat. Remember that. Start looking at everything as energetic. You want to get money? Cut everybody off in your life who make you feel some type of way. Everybody who makes you feel some type of way, cut their ass off. These girls that be playing, cut their ass off. These dudes that be playing, cut their. One thing about me, I'm gonna protect my energy. Once I feel like you against me, once I feel like we ain't clicking, I'm gonna go about my business. Cause I understand how life works. I'm not sticking around trying to make something work that's draining me. I'm never gonna do that. I'm gonna get up out of here and go get my money. Protect your energy at all costs. We're gonna talk about that. That's rule number 8. But you have to understand energy is the currency of this reality. Once you start seeing things as energetic, this is when you can go get that bag. Number 3, observe, don't react. A soul must watch the simulation without fully reacting to every loop or trigger. This is how you gain control of your reality. Yo, listen, a lot of y'all, man, you gotta just observe and don't react. Chosen one, listen. Sometimes people are going to do things. People are going to lie to you. People are going to get over on you. Your girl might cheat on you. Your boyfriend might cheat on you. You can't overreact, bro. You gotta just observe and don't react. Because at the end of the day, this shit is energetic. See, chosen one, there are people who literally come around you to harness your energy, to get reactions out of you. A lot of people, right? When I realized that my baby moms was doing shit just to get a reaction out of me, and I stopped giving her reactions, this bitch start losing her fucking mind. She lived her life just to try to make me feel some type of way. She would do anything, keep me away from the kids, then act like she wanted me to see the kid, anything, just to try to get a reaction out of a nigga. But I stopped doing the shit. I stopped giving a fuck. And guess what? My life start going all the way up. I start winning in everything because I start protecting my energy. Observe and don't react. One thing about this reality, it's going to show you everything that you need to see. Sometimes the emotions in us make people want to be, you might be with a fine joint and you might be like, yo, I really want this girl to be my wife. I want to marry her. But she be doing weird shit. Are you gonna go against the red flags and the signs and still marry her? Or you gonna keep it player and you gonna be like, okay, I like Shorty. Yeah, she cool, but she not wifey material. I'm gonna just be real. I'm not about to be the one to put a ring on this bitch. Right? Observe, don't react. Because once you react, now you lose control. Somebody said I almost got beaten up by my man when I didn't react. You got to get this nigga up out of there. This is how bad he want a reaction from you. He ready to whoop your ass because you don't react. You got to understand, a lot of y'all energy makes people go up. That man want a reaction so bad from you, he ready to whoop your ass for not reacting to him. That's how you gotta know your energy is the currency. I am never going to give people reactions that they want. I'm gonna say my piece and then I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna tell them, yo, this is what I see, this is how I feel, and that's it. I ain't about to be out here jumping up and down, arguing with you. I ain't about to be out here trying to stop you from doing that. I ain't about to be out here trying to control you. Whatever, I'm gonna just go ahead and take my ass and keep it moving. I'm gonna let you do you. Cause I want to see. Appreciate that galaxy. Thank you. I want to see what you do for real. One thing about it, I'm gonna give you all the opportunities to show me who you really are. I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not gonna not trust you. None of that. I don't give a fuck about a motherfucker thinking that they broke my heart. I don't give a fuck about a motherfucker betraying me. I done been through that shit 100,000 times in life. That shit is nothing for me. I'm used to that. So I'm gonna give you everything. I'm gonna give you all the rope you need to make you feel like, okay, I'm gonna go do some crazy shit and he gonna stay around. All right, go ahead, try your luck. You gotta observe and not react, chat. This is how you gain control over your reality. Somebody said, what about people who you have to deal with like family? You don't have to do shit. This is the thing. And we talk about this all the time. Family is one of the biggest programs in the Matrix. You don't have to deal with no fucking body. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to deal with your family. If your family is disrupting your life, just like a stranger in the street, you can cut them off too. You can say, you know what? My mom is not good for my health. All my mama do is cause me to argue and lose my shit. Let me go ahead and cut mama off. Let me go ahead and give mama some space for a couple years. Oh, my little brother, he keep trying to finesse me. This nigga keep trying to talk to all my girls. This nigga stealing money and shit. Let me go ahead and cut little bro off. Cause he obviously ain't really rocking with me. He ain't really my brother for real. Let me love him from a distance. Observe, don't react. Life is gonna show you exactly. People are gonna show you who they are. When they show you, don't react. Just observe it. Just take notes. Because one thing about it, your time to shine is going to come. Stop being tit for tat. Stop thinking, oh, my boyfriend went to the club the other night, so now I got to go out here and do this. Nah. Oh, my girlfriend did some weird shit, so now I got to go and try to get that lick back. No, we don't do that. Why would I play your games, baby? I'm the boss. I'm a hot commodity out this bitch. I'm just going to hit you where it hurt for real. I'm going to walk away from your ass. When you start moving like that, when you start observing like that, you'll start realizing how much control that you have over your reality. This is not a tit for tat game. All right. Sometimes your feelings are going to get hurt. Sometimes things are not going to go in the way that you expected them. Sometimes you're going to feel like somebody got off on you. You're going to feel like somebody got over on you. Sometimes you're going to be humiliated. That happens to the best of the best. Your reaction is what makes it what it is. You can be humiliated and don't even react to it. Just walk off. Yeah, you might go home, go in the bathroom, sit in the dark, cry, swing around like Trey off motherfucking uh uh boys in the hood. You might snap out at the house, but you ain't let nobody else see that shit. And guess what? That humiliation, it don't hit the same. It don't hit the same. All right, you might find out your boyfriend or your girlfriend talking to somebody else, but don't react. Just be like, okay, life just showed me what it is. Boom, I already know this person's some bullshit. I'm gonna move around. Stop giving everybody your reaction. This is what they do it for. Once you give them your reaction, your energy is siphoned. Once you don't give them a reaction, you control the energy. Energy is the currency. If you want to get rich, you got to know how to siphon, harvest, and conserve energy. Point blank, period. All millionaires, all billionaires understand that what they do is harvest energy. I'm trying to tell you. If you don't react, you take the energy. If you react, you just gave your energy away. Stop reacting to every fucking thing. All right. Number 4, frequency controls reality. All right. Everything has a vibration: love, fear, abundance, scarcity. Align your energy to what you are trying to manifest. This is because the matrix responds to resonance, right? Yeah. Somebody said it takes energy to manifest. Yes. This is why some of y'all can't manifest shit because you keep reacting to everything that your boyfriend or girlfriend do. They draining the shit out your energy, but they going out here getting hella money. Stop reacting to motherfuckers, man. Get your money. When you start understanding that it's all energy, you'll start knowing, okay, people who get money, their energy is protected. They ain't got a lot of people that can just contact them. They ain't got a lot of people that's coming around them bothering them. That's why you got to lock in. All right, frequency dictates reality. Guys, this is a big one. Some of y'all want to tap into abundance, but all you do is do scarcity and survival shit. You can't be abundance if you operating in survival mode. You can't be abundant if you're operating in survival mode. That's two different frequencies. It's not gonna resonate. It's not gonna resonate. Hey, J Love, make sure you come back at at later on tonight around like 8 o'clock. We're gonna talk about why it's hard for you to cut off family. All right. Make sure you come back for that. But you gotta understand, bro. This shit is not, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all want love. You looking for true love, but you scared to love people. You scared to get your heart broke. You scared to go out here and give people your all. But you want somebody to come in your life and give you their all. It's not gonna happen. Res the matrix responds to resonance. It's only gonna give you what you resonate with. It's only gonna give you what you resonate with. Change your frequency. Tap into the frequency of what you want to manifest in your life. If you want to be abundant, tap into abundance by doing abundant shit. Like going to rich neighborhoods to work out, going, finding other shit to mingle with. All right, let's keep going. Number 5, see through the layers. The matrix is multi-layered. Learn to decode illusions, hidden codes, and agendas. Nothing is as it seems. To the average person, I'm just some nigga up here talking about the matrix. But to the ones that can see through this, you understand that this live is way much more than that. Number 6, a major one. Master the observer effect. Guys, your awareness changes outcomes. You have to be aware of everybody and everything that's going on around you. You know what I'm saying? I could be in a neighborhood and know everybody, know everything just by being aware, just by peeping the signs, peeping how people act. I can know everybody who know my people. This is the type of shit you got to get on, chat. You got to master the observer effect because if you know who's who, then people can't surprise you with weird shit. People can't do shit that you don't expect. If you see, it's like, for example, if you know somebody out here trying to take your head off, if you know somebody trying to unalive you, you can change it because you're aware of it. If you have no awareness that somebody trying to unalive you, you're a sitting duck. Awareness changes outcomes. Number 7, recognize NPCs, hijack players, and control players. Chat. Everybody is not on your conscious level. There are some people in your life who are only here because you are here. They're playing roles in your life. You got to be able to measure consciousness and see. We will be talking about NPCs tonight at 8 o'clock on this live. Make sure you come. Number 8, even family. Facts. Protect your energy. Avoid energy drains, manipulative influence, and low frequency distractions. This includes substances, toxic people, or societal traps. Guys, I keep telling you, if you want to be able to get this, you got to protect your energy, chat. You're not going to be able to get no bands out here, get no money if you're not protecting your energy. If you out here fussing and arguing with your girl every day, you ain't gonna get no money like that. You out here arguing with that man every day, you ain't gonna get no money like that. You got people sleeping at your house, not contributing, you ain't gonna get no money like that. Chat, everything in this life is an energy exchange. A lot of y'all out here taking care of people who do not exchange that energy with you, who do not reciprocate the things that you do. It's a lot of y'all men out here that's out here paying bills for women who don't appreciate you. For women who will wait until you pay the bills and still try to kick you out, still try to get you. I seen that shit happen to my homeboy. He went home, paid the bills for his baby mama, and then this bitch kicked him out. I said, bro, I would never pay for it. I don't give a fuck how many kids I got in that motherfucker. I will let everything get turned off in that bitch before I ever pay another bill. The kids will be sitting in that motherfucker in the dark fucking with me. I'm just being real. This type of nigga I am. I don't give a fuck how many of my kids in that motherfucker. They gonna have to come stay in the hotel with me after I'm done with this bitch. Everything gonna be shut down. That's just how I rock. But you got to understand, bro, you have to protect your energy. Some of y'all got people in y'all lives, right? Some of y'all got people in y'all lives who are literally just doing shit. Somebody said that's reacting. Hell no, that's not reacting. That's me saying fuck you, bitch. You just kicked me out after I pay the bills. Bet I won't. That won't never happen again. That's me being smart. That's not reacting. That's me being okay. This bitch just tricked me. I'm never going for that ever again in life. That's called being smart. That's called seeing the pattern and maneuvering. You know what I'm saying? That's a valid boundary. Facts. Shorty, I just bust my ass and paid these bills, and then you just got in an argument with me over the weekend and made me leave? Bitch, you're dead. You could never ask me for anything in life. Right? You gotta protect your energy, chat. Some of y'all girls, y'all sleeping with dudes who will never do nothing for you. You out here sleeping with a nigga who won't even help you with your rent. You out here sleeping with a nigga who can't even help you pay your car payment. You out here sleeping with somebody who, if they had it, they still wouldn't give it to you. Stop doing that. You out here laying up with somebody, giving them access to your body who won't give you a motherfucking thing in your time of need. You out here trying to figure out how you gonna pay the rent, how you gonna do this. You about to lose your house, but you still sleeping with a nigga and he going home. He like, oh man, I hope you get that shit together, baby. I love you. Thank you for the time. I'm out of here. Come on, man. Protect your energy. And then you wonder why you in the position that you in. You wonder why you can't manifest nothing. You wonder why everything that can go wrong goes wrong. You gotta protect your energy. When you wake up and you realize life is energetic first, that in order for you to manifest and pull things into this reality, you need to have energy. Protect your energy, man. Require 50-50. Require 50-50. Yeah, your girl, you might not make your girl pay bills, but best believe she better reciprocate that energy 50-50 some other way. I better come home and I better not have to worry about some motherfucking food, right? I better come home and my clothes and everything better be where they supposed to be. If I'm out here grinding and paying all the bills and you chilling, baby, you better make sure this shit are correct around here. There shouldn't be a time where I want for nothing. I'm the breadwinner. But see, a lot of y'all don't understand, man. Y'all got a lot of people in y'all lives that who are taking from you, who are siphoning you. When they don't reciprocate, man or woman, this is siphoning. You require that energy back. Require that energy back. All right. Protect your energy. Number 9. This is a big one, chat. Timing is everything. Portals, loops, and cosmic alignments exist. Knowing when to act, shift, or manifest is crucial for maximum effect. Chosen one. Listen, this is what I want you to know. Shout out to everybody dropping the galaxies, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Guys, a lot of y'all would have already been rich as hell. A lot of y'all would have already been rich as hell if you would have stuck to it. If you would have went with your idea when it hit your head, you would have already been a millionaire. Some of y'all had ideas back 10, 5, 6, 7 years ago that right now you would be counting up millions. But you ain't stick with the idea. You let somebody else get it. Come on, man. Timing is everything. When these ideas hit, go with it. Stop thinking that you can just, wait until later. You can't, man. That idea is gonna go to somebody else. That idea. See, some of y'all supposed to be the party promoters in y'all city, but y'all bullshitting. And now y'all watching somebody else pull up in Rolls Royces and shit at the club, bringing all the rappers and shit to the city. When you get ideas, roll with it. I don't give a damn if you get an idea to say, yo, you need to take your ass up there to the gas station and sell chicken sandwiches. Go ahead and make about 20 chicken sandwiches, put them in a little heating bag and go up there and sell your sandwiches. That those 20 sandwiches It's going to turn from you doing that at the gas station to all of a sudden you just got a food truck that's parked at that gas station. To all of a sudden, not only do you got a food truck at that gas station, now you got a restaurant around the corner that you're running that you started from scratch by selling sandwiches. The ideas just hit your head. Man, timing is everything, man. When your ideas come, please run with it. You would have already been rich by now. Number 10, codes and frequencies are tools. The matrix operates in numbers, symbols, and vibrations. Learn to speak the universal language. This is the key to manifesting and thriving. All right, chat. Let's talk about this, man. Shout out to everybody um who is locked in with me, man, who's been here this live. I really appreciate you guys. This is a wonderful thing to start your morning with this collective agreement. When you walk out of this, when you walk out today into the world, life is going to be operating differently. Now, let's talk about my books, chat. All right, my books teach you how to speak the universal language and they give you the codes. Anybody who already has my book and it's working for you, do me a favor, drop a 111 in the chat. If you invested in this book and you're seeing it in real times, drop a 111. Let's see. What have you manifested since you've been using these codes? All right, I'm gonna teach you how to get the book. I already bought one, but I want the new ones. Eric Gonzalez, what's up? Susan Pitts, Claris, what's up? Melly Belly. What have y'all manifested since y'all been using the code book? Let's talk about it. Shout out to everybody that has the book. All right, somebody said, where can I get your book? You can get it from this live today. I'm gonna show you how you can get it. All right, now, this is my viral code book. This book, somebody said car, hair, money, and body for sure. This book is viral. It's all over the world. It's an ebook. And how it works, when you purchase it on my live, I send it directly to you. I don't leave until you get it. But I'm gonna prove to you that this worked. Now, what this book does, this book has all the codes: health, money, new house, new car, career, business, fame, anything that you want, man. These codes literally changed my life. Ever since I learned this information, I've been counting up, chat, and I'm gonna give you the tools to do it. All right. Now, guys, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Before I even talk about how you can get this book, let's prove to you that it works. So, how we gonna prove that these codes work? Anybody who's dealing with some type of pain this morning, drop a one in the chat. We're gonna activate this pain code to get rid of your pain. All right. We're gonna drop a pain code to get rid of your pain. All right. Anybody who's in pain, drop a one in the chat. We're gonna activate it. So if you're in pain, this is what, yes, it's self-published. If you're in pain, this is what I want you to do. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to focus on the pain. I'm gonna count to three. I'm gonna say one, two, three. Then I'm gonna go, universe, give us more power to manifest using this code. Right? After I say that, I'm gonna say pain code, and then I'm gonna say 23 31 443. I'm gonna keep saying this code until the pain leaves your body. You're gonna say this code with me. All right, it's only gonna take 1 to 2 minutes for this pain code to work. All right, let's try it, chat. Lock in on your pain. Repeat the number when I get to it with me. All right, let's do it. One, two, three. Universe, give us more power to manifest using this code. Pain code 23 31 443. So right now you should be saying this code with me. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. So right now you should be saying this code while you focus on your pain, chat. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. Chat, if this code is taking the pain out your body, go ahead and write no pain in the chat. If this code is working for your pain, go ahead and write no pain in the chat. 23 31 443. 23 31 443. As you can see, it's a lot of people spamming no pain on TikTok right now. We can't make this up. They spamming no pain on TikTok. They literally just removed their pain. All right, YouTube. If it took your pain away, go ahead and write. They're spamming it on YouTube too. They're saying no pain on YouTube. All right. Chat, this is the real deal, man. This is the real deal. This book will help you, man. This book will help you lose weight. This book will help you get the life that you want. All right, let's talk about it. Now, guys, there's two ways that you can get my book. All right. The first way, you can click the link in the bio and you can purchase it separately for $40 um with your credit card. Now, the best way to get my book is to get the $50 deal. When you get the $50 deal, you're gonna get all four of my books for 50. If you get it with your credit card, you got to pay for them separately, and this is a $150 value. So let's talk about all the other books, right? If you when you get that book right there from me on this live, you're gonna receive my other three viral books with it, right? You're gonna receive this book right here, Accessing the Akashic Record. This book is gonna teach you how to tap into the Akashic Record. If you are somebody who channels messages, if you are somebody who wants to get esoteric knowledge, if you want to gain knowledge like I have, or if you just want to tap in with your cosmic elders and ancestors, you need this book. This book gives you my technique on how I meditate and the things that I say to tap in to the Akashic Record. Also, you're going to receive this book right here as well. This book is called Unlocking Your Power with the Use of Nature. All right. This book right here is going to teach you how to activate your crystalline light body. All right. This book is going to show you how to ground, sun gaze, moon gaze, and use the ocean the correct way to unlock your chakras. Excuse me. This is a must have for any spiritual person. All right. This book is going to help you activate. And last but not least, this is a love spell book right here that you will receive with three powerful love spells that will make people come back or leave. For anybody who is caught up in a honey trap situation, this book will help you. All right. This book will help you. All right. So, chat, Akashic Record. All right. So, chat, listen, this is how you get the books, right? If you want to get all four of those books for $50 and you $50 ready right now, this is how you can do it. If you are in the United States, you can use PayPal, Venmo, Chime, Revolut, Zelle, Cash App, or Apple Pay. If you are in another country outside of the United States and you want to get these all four of these books for 50, you can use PayPal or Revolut. Now, how this works, when you order these books, if you're $50 ready now, I'm going to send it to you. Once I send it to you in the email, you're just going to confirm in the live that you received it. All right. As you can see, this book is the real deal. This is not a game. Hold on. What the fuck? It's not showing it. Right? As you can see, this book is real. It got everything. It's a real book. It's not capped. All right. So if you $50 and you ready, um, and you ready to get the book, drop a one in the chat. All right. If you $50 and you ready to get the book, drop a one in the chat. Um, that's all the payment ways that I got. All right. So I see y'all dropping ones in the chat. Um, Slimmy, send me a DM on how you want to order it. Purple Rain, send me a DM on how you want to order it. Susan Pitts, send me a DM of your payment method. Big Mama D, send me a DM of your payment method. Stacy Green, send me Stacy Green, send me a DM of your payment method. Um, Swerving Mervin, do me a favor. Come over here to TikTok and DM me so you can get the books. All right, come to my TikTok and DM me. Anybody on YouTube who want to get these books, come to my TikTok and DM me now. All right, JFinator111. You can find me on TikTok. Come over there and send me a DM, a message, and I got you.